Hey, okay, the recorder is on, and welcome to our webinar on how to be an HGTV star. And I kid you not, when I am finished today, you are not only going to know how to be an inexpensively become an HGTV star, you are going to know how to market into your demographic in a way like, well, I don't think you've ever even imagined how cost effectively you're going to be able to market into your demographic and make the phone start ringing so that you list, and this is our goal with everyone I coach this year, a minimum of 100 homes this year, a minimum of 100 homes this year. I'm just not going to coach anybody who won't mentally, physically, emotionally, in every fiber of their body, commit to listing 100 homes this year in 2017. So let's get it rocking here. I am going to do a screen share, start with our slide deck. There it goes, bang. Slide deck is how to become an HGTV star. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to be in and out of this slide deck a lot. I have two videos to play for you. One is a commercial that we're airing on HGTV. I also have a video that was prepared by Aaron, who does our graphic work and our video production work. Aaron is amazing. So I want to start while I'm on tape, while I'm recording, and I want to give big kudos to Jen. Again, amazing slide deck. Jen, you are unbelievable. I want to give big kudos to Adrian. Adrian has dialed in all of the numbers. I'm going to give you costs for a number of different ways to market, including HGTV. So Adrian, you totally rock. And Aaron is our graphic designer. Aaron also does all of our video production, the video production for the kind of video I'll be showing you. Aaron is amazing, and that's E-R-I-N. So if you ever want to connect with Aaron, by the way, Aaron also does some freelance work to the extent, and I warned her this morning, if I even mention her name, I do not want her to get so busy she can't take care of me. But you can email Erin, E-R-I-N, at realestatemaverick.com, and she also does freelance work, and she is amazing. So we're going to get started with you becoming a star in HGTV, but we're going to do a little bit of a lead-in. We're going to talk to you about a lot of other things because, as I always say in my webinar promotions, I like to give massive value. So this is massive value today, and you may even want to take some notes on this because I'll be covering a lot of material and stuff that you're going to want to start doing as soon as I finish. I know this. Okay, so let's just move along here. So the idea is, with any marketing, let's just do a little foundational here. With any marketing, you want to market to where the puck is going, not where it is. And you know, that's the old Wayne Gretzky story, that when Wayne was a kid, he was sitting next to his dad at a hockey tournament, a professional hockey tournament, and his dad noticed that he was sketching a bunch of things on a tablet as the hockey players were playing hockey. And his dad said, "Wayne, what are you doing?" And Wayne said, "I'm just trying to figure out where the puck is going, because isn't that where where the skaters ought to be skating?" And of course, obviously, he became an amazing hockey star. And it's the same with marketing. You want to be marketing to where the puck is going in real estate. Where's real estate headed? What are the things, the problems and the desires? We'll be talking about that home sellers have right now, and that's what you want to be marketing to. What we're going to talk about is developing a high response message, and then we'll talk about how to get that message out. So part one is to develop, right now in this webinar, is to develop how to develop a high response message, because what's the point of learning how to market yourself on HGTV and these other vehicles, marketing media vehicles that I'll be talking to you about, and not have a super high response message? And so what you want to do is either target a problem. A problem might be that somebody can't sell their home. I'm going to give you an amazing example, a video that Aaron produced targeting a problem. That is, we're targeting expired home sellers, and going right at them with a problem that they have and how we solve the problem. So I think I'll actually take a break and do that right now. What the heck? So let me talk to you foundationally. You can use any compelling program here. You can use any compelling program. One of the core programs that I'm teaching this year is a 990 listing program. And I need to explain that to you so you'll understand how we're using that to target a problem in our marketing. Now, we could do this on HGTV. We could do this through any variety of sources. This is a video that Aaron produced. But expired home sellers, their problem is they were disappointed. They're disillusioned. Their home sat on the market probably for 6 months, sometimes more. It didn't sell. And quite frankly, they're just disappointed and wondering what to do in a lot of cases. And I know a lot of coaches teach picking up the phone, calling these people, doing all this stuff. I don't believe in that at all. I don't think you should be doing that. You're just in the mass, in the herd. I mean, these people are pounded. I've had people who have listed with me in the past, and they've said, you know, when my home expired with a previous realtor, it was like, how do I stop it? How did I stop this barrage of calls from realtors? Do you really want to be one of those? Is that what you want? I mean, no, that is not, you don't want to be running with the herd, just that. I saw a video of somebody training the other day, and they were just going through call after call, and the people were just like, leave me alone. And they were just saying, it doesn't matter, it's just numbers, it's just numbers, it's just numbers. I mean, is that really what you got into real estate for? Come on, guys. So in any case, this 990 program I'm teaching, what it does is it recognizes the fact that an average listing in the US produces about one buyer side sale. So a $300,000 listing would produce one buyer side sale on average. That sale might be that the home sellers themselves buy a home through you, and so maybe they buy a comparable priced home, and about a little over 1/3 of home sellers do buy a home through their listing agent. So that means if you listed the home for free 1/3 of the time, you'd sell that $300,000 home seller a $300,000 home, and you'd earn $9,000, which means that if you listed 3 homes for free, you're going to earn $9,000, or about $3,000 per home, just from the home sellers who buy through you. And I believe that that is a perspective that most real estate agents don't have. What they don't understand, excuse me, what they don't understand is that with most every business, and I believe real estate, we've had this extreme luxury over the years. With most every business, these businesses pay for their inventory. Car dealers pay for their inventory. Clothing dealers pay for their inventory. Everybody I know pays for their inventory. I've made a fortune through this. We've had this great luxury over 20, 30, 50, 100 years, this great luxury of home sellers actually paying us to give us inventory. Well, there's enormous pressure on the list side commission right now, and the reason is, particularly in the bread and butter price ranges where homes are selling quickly, that quite frankly, home sellers recognize that it's ridiculous. I'm just telling you, I'm sorry, don't shoot the messenger here. Just go out and ask them that it's ridiculous to pay that 2 or 3% on the list side when, number one, it doesn't cost what it used to market a home. And number two, they're giving you the opportunity to attract buyers and make money from their listing, from their inventory. And if you, in this program I'm teaching, and I just want to talk to you about that because I'm using that as an example of marketing, but you don't have to market that. You can come up with your own. The idea is that we list homes at a flat fee of $990 on the list side. Of course, it's plus the typical co-broke, and that is 3%. Quickly get under the market, because even the lowest broker, the lowest priced agents out there listing homes right now are, Redfin at 1.5%, or some at $2,500. Typically, you'll see 1% being kind of a baseline. You just slam under those. I mean, just blow them away. Get aggressive before that comes down, and 990 isn't even aggressive. And you just take listing after listing. I mean, who isn't going to list with you at a $990 flat fee list commission, particularly when you give them 100% complete full service, everything that you do for anyone else? And why do you do that? You do that because all that marketing and advertising, pre-marketing, all those things you do attract more buyers for you. It increases the probability their home will sell, but it also does what? It increases more buyers who may buy other homes through you. So giving them this aggressive full blast marketing, even more than you would if you listed it at the 6%, what does that do? That ends up attracting more buyers, not only for them, but for you. So the idea is, before that curve comes down and there's really no room to get under it, what I'm coaching this year is to get under that quickly own the listing market, be slammed with buyers, have buyer agents help you, and monetize those listings by making between 1 and 2 buyer side transactions per listing. So how do you do that? Well, 1/3 of sellers buy through, you're right there. Also, once in a while, 1 out of 10 times, you're going to sell your own listing and make the 3%. And then there are going to be buyers who look at your listings who don't like your listing, but will buy a home through you, and you make a 3% co-broke. The agent I was talking with yesterday, he's our Vero Beach 990 agent. Michael, if you're listening, how are you this morning? He was telling me when I kind of opened his eyes to this perspective, that he looked back over his years in real estate, and he's been averaging 1.7 buyer sales per listing. Putting aside the list commission completely, he's been averaging 1.7 buyer side sales per listing. So on a $300,000 listing, he was earning about $5,000 in buyer sales on average. So that's, again, I'm not here to talk about that program. That's just part of my coaching. I'm here to say that's what this is all about. So now what I'd like to do is take that program, this 990 program, and show you a video that we produced, that Aaron produced, targeting what I call sliver marketing, targeting a problem. This would be expired. So what you would do is you could use this video, something like this, and we do these videos for our agents in my coaching, to just get this out. Leave a little packet with every expired. Just mail them something. Your home didn't sell. I'm not, you don't call them, you don't bludgeon them, you don't do any of that. Just have something delivered to their door. You have their address. Every single expired in your demographic, you have something delivered to their door. The very morning that their home comes up in MLS, you have somebody that for $12 an hour just goes out and delivers a little packet to their door, that the reason, this could be why your home didn't sell. And inside it, they pull this out of a big envelope, and it just has this URL. And let's say stuck with home, like one of the ones we have is stuckwithhome.com. Okay, so that's where we may post this video. So they're going to go look. Okay, so they open this thing up, why your home didn't sell. And they open it up, and all that's on that card is your branding information at the bottom. Okay, your name, and then big URL, stuckwithhome.com. Okay, so they go to that, and let's say they see this. So let me get this technically going here. Here we go. Just a minute. There we go. New share. So go over to, so this is the video that Aaron produced. So this is a video Aaron produced, and this is directed specifically at a problem, at expireds, and it's using the 990 program. So sit back and listen and see how we leveraged the 990 program to appeal specifically to expired. And when we get to the HGTV component, I'm going to be talking to you about how to do that, and I'm going to show you a commercial I produced, but how to also sliver market so that when people see it, they realize you're talking directly to them. We're talking directly and specifically to expired home sellers. So here we go.
Your home didn't sell. It's frustrating, isn't it? We know, because we help home sellers like you every day. Why didn't your home sell? It's usually one of two things. The first is obvious. It was priced too high. But if serious buyers didn't even see your home and bought other homes instead, the problem may not be the price. It could be problem number 2. Your listing agent didn't work hard enough to sell your home. Many agents fall into a common trap, working more on listing homes than selling the homes they already have listed. It's one of the biggest problems in real estate today. The culprit is the traditional 6% commission structure. 6% agents figure they've earned half that 6% the moment you list. This causes them to focus more on listing homes than selling the homes they have listed. They count on other agents to find buyers for their listings while they work on listing more homes. It's a numbers game. Some homes sell, some don't. This commonly results in a trail of disappointed home sellers. At 990 Sells Homes, we recognize and solve both problems. First, our low 990 commission helps you price your home right and still walk away with the equity you need. Second, Our $990 listing fee is designed to cover the cost of marketing your home, with only a small profit remaining for your agent. This means that 990 agents can't prosper by simply listing more homes. This makes them work harder to find buyers for their listings, so they can earn a 3% buyer side commission. That's why 990 agents are among the top selling agents in each market. It's also why 990 homes sell faster, and 990 home sellers walk away with bigger checks at closing. A hardworking agent, a faster sale, a bigger check at closing. Isn't that what you're looking for? Leveraging modern marketing, dedicated to cost efficiency. 990 is the smarter way to sell your home.
Okay, so you see how we speak directly to, and let me get our screen share back on. So you can see how we speak directly to a problem, and if you don't want, if the 990 program isn't for you, you could use a pre-marketing program. We could do one just as powerfully using pre-marketing. Why didn't your home sell? Well, maybe it was just tossed on the market like a loaf of bread. Maybe what happened is the sign went up, it was thrown in MLS, it tracked days on the market, nobody built anticipation, nobody built excitement, nobody did what Apple and Tesla and smart companies do. I mean, you could have your program be whatever your program is. The bottom line is you speak directly to a specific demographic, a specific neighborhood, a specific person like an expired who has a problem, and when you do that, the power of your message accelerates enormously. So target a problem, that's one thing to do, and let me just go down here and get this hopping here just a second. So we target a problem, there we go. Target a desire, they want to save money, obviously we're doing that. Target a fear, losing money. Targeting a fear, the fact that if you make a mistake, listing with the wrong agent could cost you money. So all you're doing is taking the same kind of messaging, but you leverage it in a fear, in a fear context, which is absolutely true. Do you know? You could say, do you know that listing with the wrong agent who has the wrong home selling process, that this could cause your home to linger on the market, accumulate big days, and that typically homes, whatever they're actually worth, they sell for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6% less than that if they have sat on the market and tracked big days in MLS. Don't let that happen to you. So you address and you target a fear. So you target a problem, target a desire, target a fear, target an emotion that they want to have a better experience. Would you just like your home selling and home buying experience to be unbelievable, like the concierge, like one of the agents I coach up in Denver uses these limousines to drive buyers around and to take care of sellers. And I have agents who provide sellers with their entire moving paid for. If you sell through me, I take care of everything. I have your home packed up, the moving truck come up in front. You can just go and you can just oversee it. You never lift a hand. So they're targeting emotion, they're targeting an experience. You can build messaging around anything. It doesn't have to be 990. I happen to be really coaching heavily on the 990 program this year, and I will be next year as well, simply because I see what's happening in the market. I think this is an unbelievable opportunity for agents who don't have a big market share to get a huge market share. But believe me, it doesn't have to be that. You can build excellent messaging around a variety of different messages if you target desires, target problems, target emotions, target fears. Okay, you want to make your message logically transparent. This is hugely important for HGTV, which we'll be talking about. Also, we're going to be talking about some other marketing vehicles as well. It's got to be logically transparent. For example, obviously the 990 messaging, the reason it's so powerful is it's logically transparent that people are going to save a lot of money and walk away with a bigger check at closing. So that's easy. Pre-marketing. This idea that I teach this 29-day pre-marketing plan. a powerful listing presentation. In the luxury home arena, it's an unbelievably powerful listing presentation where luxury homes around the country are relatively soft right now. They're sitting on the market. And to go into home sellers and talk to home sellers about a plan that doesn't involve the normal, what other luxury agents are doing, the old slap a sign in front of it and throw it in MLS. This is so powerful in that luxury home arena. And one of the agents I'm coaching, he's probably on this morning, Wes Blackwell, is going to own his luxury market up in Sacramento by using variations of what I'm just talking about. And the messaging he's developed is off the chart, unbelievable. I mean, it's amazing. And Wes, if you're on today, kudos to you. But it's logically transparent in the messaging. You can read and you can say, yeah, it doesn't make any sense with a luxury home as nice as mine not to do any build-up marketing, anticipation building, excitement generating. It makes no sense. So you just need to make sure your message is logically transparent. And the one thing that you do not want to do, boy, if you listen to nothing else today, listen to me on this, is just be out there promoting yourself. Hey, I'm Greg Hague. I'm a realtor, and I've been in the business. God, I don't even tell you how long I've been in the business, but like 35 years or more. And I've sold like billions of homes, and you should list your home with me. Boring. That is like boring. Do not even think about that. So I'll just leave that at that. But your messages should be logically transparent. Okay, so you need to have a why in your messaging. The why is why it makes sense to you. This is not the Steve Jobs, the Apple why, the one that Simon Sinek talks about. This is the why it makes sense for you. So, for example, on the 990, in the 990 messaging, in the basic 990 messaging, we talk about the why that makes sense, why we can do it. How can we do this? And what we talk about in the basic 990 video that goes to home sellers, not just the expireds, is that the cost of marketing a home has gone down. It's not what it used to be. I remember when, gosh, back in the 80s and 90s when I was listing and selling homes, the most powerful medium for marketing homes, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have online, there was no such thing as Zillow or Realtor.com or Trulia or any of this stuff. There was no MLS online. There was nothing like that. So we were doing print media. We were just basically doing the newspaper, the Arizona Republic here in Arizona. And they were charging us like a ridiculously, totally ridiculous, like, you know, $2 a little. You ever done this? $2 a little. These ads were like this big, and they're charging us like $2 a line. It was crazy. It was criminal. I mean, we're paying like $28 for an ad. I remember we would just take and make sure we had these little grids to make sure we didn't drip over and go down one line and cost ourselves like $2.80 because one word dropped to another line. I mean, today it doesn't cost that kind of money to market a home. According to the National Association of Realtors, 98% of home buyers start their home search online. That's where most people are looking. That's where most people are making initial choices of the homes to see. You don't have to connect with a realtor to know what's on the market anymore. And so the bottom line is it doesn't cost what it used to cost to market and sell a home. The idea is, like with the 990 message, we give the why it makes sense for us. In the pre-marketing, you talk, why does it make sense for me? I have to work doubly hard, spend a ton more money up front to properly pre-market your home. And obviously that's a huge advantage to you for me to put 6 months of money and 6 months of effort into just 29 days or 11 days or whatever your pre-marketing plan is. But then you talk about the fact that, hey, even though I have to put a lot more time and a lot more effort into it, the bottom line is I sell homes more quickly. Works for me, works for you, and also my sellers are thrilled and they refer more business to me. But people have to see the why. Whatever your plan is, why does it work for them? Obviously, that's your logical transparency. You got that now? Why does it work for them is your logical transparency. Then you also need to point out why it works for you. The BS meter, everyone's BS meter is so high these days. You know that, and that isn't going to end anytime soon. And so that's why this why it works for you is so important. You need to then, you want to enhance it with social proof if you can. That can be testimonials, it can be sales results on the program. You want to also, if you can get any publicity on it, you want to do that. Obviously, that can really be leveraged. And even ads you run, like we're going to talk about HGTV. One of the real powers of HGTV, which you're going to be able to do in your market, I'll bet, if you just run one. You run one ad of your program on HGTV with you doing that, guess what? You can then leverage that and say, as seen on HGTV, as seen, my program, my 29-day home selling program, my 990 home selling saving program, home selling system, all as seen on HGTV. So you can see you can use that. So that adds credibility, social proof, longevity. If you've been doing this a long time, adds credibility as well. Remember that recognition. You've gotten any awards or any of that type of thing. If the program's gotten any kind of recognition, that also adds credibility. So again, I just want to mention these things to you. Think about social proof. Can you get testimonials? You'll see that in a commercial I'm going to run for you in just a minute. Have you had certain sales results? That's social proof. Publicity. Can you generate any publicity? Well, obviously, you can even do it yourself. Longevity, any amount of time you've been doing that adds credibility. You've gotten any awards, this program's gotten any awards, gotten any accolades. For example, one of the things, one kind of recognition that you might consider is what's known as B Corp, becoming a B Corp. Now, this is, if you look up what B Corps are, B corporations, these are ones that are certified to be socially responsible. You can actually use that as a kind of a recognition or an award. And if you just Google B Corp, you'll see that. I know with our 990 home selling program, my local real estate firms, we're going down the B Corp certification process simply because in today's world, we feel that's a good thing and that recognition will play very well. Plus, we want to be a socially responsible company. And this is an organization that certifies socially responsible companies. So that's something you can do as well. Now, let's talk about, so that's the messaging. That's the part of this is the messaging. Let's talk about what I view to be, and the last one we'll do today is HGTV, what I view to be some gap in the herd opportunities. So first is community newspaper front page. And we're going to go off the screen share right now. So here I am. So what I want to do, I want to show you something, and this is with our 990 messaging. Let me get my glasses on here so I can give you the real numbers on this, guys. So this is the Santan Sun News. This goes to residents in a community in Arizona here called Chandler, Arizona. Like many community newspapers, like, here we go. There we go, look up at the camera. I'm looking down at my computer screen. Like, I'm looking at the Santan News on my computer screen, but actually I should be looking in the camera here. So that's kind of hard. This is on the screen. I wanted to see what it looks like. In any case, this goes to a ton of residents in a community, virtually all the residents in a community called Chandler, Arizona, right here in Arizona, where there are about 300 homes listed a month. So we just put our first ad in here, and one of the really cool things about, now here's the one ad that we did. I'll show you that first. So here's the full page ad, and this is on page 7. So in these community newspapers, they're oftentimes delivered for free to every driveway in a community, for free to every driveway in a community. So this is, and by the way, Aaron, who I talked to you about, produced this ad for us. So let me bring it up here and hold it to the camera so you can see that. So selling your home, we'll do it. This is the 990 program, 6% sting. Sorry about that if you're charging 6% out there, but you know, business is business and we just want to take all the listings, so I'm sorry. So, and then you can see at the bottom, you know, how we do that. So that's the full page. Now, that is incredibly effective. That just came out, I think it was day before yesterday, and we've already had 2 calls. I mean, 2 calls, I mean, bang, just like that. And this will be out there for 2 weeks. This is a twice-a-month publication. But here's what I really wanted to point out to you. Well, no, actually, the first thing I want to point out is if you're going to advertise, and you don't need to do a full page, you can do a smaller ad, advertise on the right-hand side fixed position. So you'll want to make sure, most of these are tabloid kind of deals, so that you are on the right-hand side so that, it's so cumbersome here. So when you open it up, well, I was open it up here, but the first thing I see is a Remax ad, and I don't want to show you that. So yeah, actually, you see, now see, look at this. This is a Remax ad. You know, no offense, Remax, fabulous company. But I mean, I just don't get this. This is, okay, so here's Remax, obviously great company and all that. This is their ad, right-hand reader, which is smart, but I mean, it's just a picture, Remax Infinity, with a picture of a whole bunch of agents on it, and then the phone number, and we wish you a joyous 2017, and we hope all of your dreams and wishes come true. Okay, well, you know, I guess, but I mean, really? But here's what, so you want to advertise on the right-hand side, in any case, be a right-hand reader, and that could be whether it's a quarter-page ad, a half-page ad, whatever, because that's, you see, right-hand reader, those are right-hand reader ads. All right, so they are much more powerful than left-hand readers. But here's the opportunity in community newspapers. This is the front page. Remember I showed you this? So look at the bottom. They will, many of them let you advertise on the bottom of the front page. That is unbelievably powerful. I mean, can you imagine every single driveway, bang, it's right in the driveway, and your ad with your compelling message is the first thing that people see. So that is the first big takeaway from today's webinar. Check and see what you have in community newspapers and see what their pricing is and see if they will let you advertise on the front page. Some are already doing it. Many are already doing it. And what's so cool is many of these are delivered for free to every single home in communities where you can afford the advertising. And to show you that you can afford the advertising, I want to get to our rates here. We are paying, so I've got my notes right here, okay? So we are paying in the Santan, it's circulated to 35,000 driveways twice a month. So this goes to 35,000 driveways, and it's to impact 27,000 driveways, 35,000 circulation. The rest must be in like the newsstands at the supermarkets. 27,000 driveways, okay, 27,000 people see that messaging, and I get both the full page ad and that front page ad for $1,200. $1,200. Guys, we already had 2 calls. Let's presume, I don't know what the price range of those listings on those calls is, but let's say it's $300,000. A $300,000 listing is worth $10,000. If it just converts on average one buyer side sale, if you take it for free, it's worth $9,000. Okay, and as I said, Mike down in Vero Beach, he was telling me he's converting 1.7 sales per listing. My point is, are you kidding me? $1,200, $1,200. There's no way we're not going to earn like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 off $1,200, hitting 27,000 driveways, and the people are just starting to look at that paper. So that is Maverick strategy number 1, community newspapers. So let me go back to the slide deck here. I'm tempted just not to even use the rest of the slide deck, except that would not be right, because then Jen, you did all that work on the slide deck. So I need to use the slide deck because you did all that work, but I'm just kind of getting rolling here. So, okay, so community newspapers, front page. Next thing, business cards. I'll cover that quickly. If you don't have your compelling message on the opposite side of your business card, what are you even thinking? I mean, you just got to do that. How can you be putting normal business cards in everyone's hands and not have a compelling message that they have? That just is going to produce like free business for you every year. So I've talked about that before. That's nothing new, but that's something you just absolutely have to do. Number 3, EDDM concierge services. Okay, you're going to love this. So back off screen share here. So you probably, some of you may know this, some of you may not, but we have found these services in our area, and they're with the agents I coach in most of the areas around the country, where they will just do the EDDM thing for you. They'll print whatever it is. And again, remember the whole first part of this webinar was about compelling messaging. Having a program, having a compelling message, that's obviously putting a message out that isn't compelling. I mean, it's not like you might not get a call if you put your face in front of enough people enough times, but gosh, your ROI just goes through the ceiling if you have a compelling program and a compelling message. Okay, so for the EDDMs, we are able to do 20,000 of them at well, it's 27 cents a piece. If you don't have to do 20,000 at a time. You can do like here, you can do like 5,000 at a time, but it's 27 cents a piece, and that includes printing, that includes the 18 cents postage, that includes them delivering to the post. Basically, there's just, for 27 cents a home, it's done, and you can get this compelling message in front of people. And we have a whole array, like the ad that I just showed you, of door hangers that mirror the same messages, also mirror our pre-marketing strategies and other things. But that's pretty, to me, it's just like no-brainer. You need to be spending your time listing real estate, not doing other stuff. It confounds me the amount of time that real estate agents spend doing other stuff, including just looking for business, when what they should be doing is doing business every day. And main thing I coach is just that, how to get out of the business of doing everything except doing the business. And I'll say that again, get out of the business of doing every single thing except going out and doing business. And doing business is listing homes so that you own the inventory, and then you even farm the buyers off to other people to sell them. And I've talked about that before, and I'm not going to go on a rant on that today. I just can't help it. I just don't understand why agents just don't wake up every morning and it's like, what home am I listing today? And like a stab in the heart if you don't list a home today, every single day. And do not think you can't list 4 or 5 homes a week, because you can. If you have a compelling message, get it out right, you can do this. Okay, so, sorry. Next thing, well, let me go back to the slide deck here. So that's the EDDM. I didn't know if you were aware of the concierge programs that exist. So the next one is GPS track door hangers, GPS track door hangers. So we're going off there. And here I'm back on the screen. I just feel like being on today. So this one is really cool. You can hit homes, and this to me is the value. This and HGTV are the 2 big values. There are companies around the country. We have one here in Arizona, for example, that is flyerdeliveryaz.com, flyerdeliveryaz.com. Now, they will deliver door hangers with your compelling message, and this includes the cost of printing, guys. This includes the cost of printing for, look at my notes up there, if you can read that. What is that right on the camera? Can you read? Is that 9 cents? Can you see the 9 cents? Yeah, see, that's my horrible handwriting, but 9 cents, 9 cents. And these are GPS tracks so that they're verifying that their delivery people actually deliver them and hang them on the doors. Now, yeah, you need to do it in certain quantities. It's basically $2,000 per 10,000. So 10,000 of these for $2,000. We got a little bit of a discount, and you can probably get that too. And that got us from 10 cents to 9 cents. You can do it in groups of 5,000. So you can do 5,000 would cost you $1,000. And we can probably negotiate a little discount down to, instead of 10 cents a piece, 9 cents a piece. But can you see, and I want to take you through this equation. Got to do this. So here's the thing. Let's say you just forget HGTV, and boy, listen to me. Let me make sure everybody's on. You're all on. Nobody's left. Do not leave. Harvey McKay, my friend and partner, often says, sometimes in his talks, he will say, all right, now stop. If you didn't hear a thing that I said up till now, now's the time to pay attention. Now is the time to pay attention, because in the next 3 minutes, this is it. This is the biggie. This is the takeaway. Now, I know this is about HGTV, but we're going to get to HGTV in a minute. That's going to be easy. But this is a big takeaway. So let's say it cost you negotiate a little deal, and it costs you 9 cents. Let's say it costs you 10 cents. Let's just use 10 cents. 10 cents a door. And let's say that you hit 5,000 doors. You spend $1,000 and you hit 5,000 doors with your door hanger. And let's say you have the 990 message. We'll just go through this. I want to go through this math with you. So let's say you're using the 990 message. And for all of our coaching students, a little pitch for our coaching. Aaron Custom Design, Custom does door hangers, EDDMs, videos. It's all custom branded to you. We just give you this so you can just print it and go. So let's say you're using, but you use whatever you want. Let's say you're using the 990 message. Sell your home, pay only $990. Don't list with a 6% agent until you give me a call. And I could pull it up. I could find it here. I could go in and find you copies of door hangers, but you would know what they look like. So let me ask you. So you deliver these twice a month. You want to hit a geographic area twice a month. Now I'm coaching you guys now like you're just sitting here in the room with me. So you want to hit your demographic twice a month. Let's say your demographic is 4 or 5 or 6 EDDMs. We're going to say it's 5,000 homes. And you can scale that down if you don't have the budget. Let's just use that because it's easy. So it's 5,000 homes. You're going to hit them twice a month, and you're going to do it just with door hangers. So it's going to cost you $2,000 a month. And here is what is going to happen. I'll just tell you what's going to happen. I've done this. I have a real estate firm, we do this. I've had real estate firms over the years, we do this. I coach students all over the country, we do this. Here's exactly what will happen at a minimum. I'm just going to tell you. I want you to see the money in this. You use, let's say, for example, you use the 990 message, or let's say you don't. Let's say you say, Greg, I don't want to be in your coaching. I don't want to use the 990 message, but I like the concept. I'll just do it for zero, like Howzer, HOUWZER.com. They do 0% list side in Philadelphia, and they're exploding. They're exploding in growth, and they're making a ton of money, in my view. I see what their volume is, and I'll bet they're just killing it money-wise. So, and they're zero. They're not even charging $9.90. But let's take $9.90 because I think that's better. I think it's more credible. I think people like to feel that they're paying something. It also covers your marketing expenses. It's a good, sticky, memorable number. It's logically transparent. The 0% to me is not logically transparent. People are going to say, but still, are you really going to spend the money to market my home? Or with the $9.90, yes, we are. You're giving us the money to market your home. So that's why I like that so much better. So let's say you deliver that message in to have it delivered. You don't do a thing. You just pay for this. It's $2,000. It's printed. They're put on these doors twice a month. Here's what will happen. You may or may not get calls the first month. You probably will. What's going to happen the second and the third month? Well, in every area of 5,000 homes, there should be about 6% of those listed every year, sometimes more, but 6% is generally about a minimum. So 6% of 5,000 is what? Is 300 homes. That's about 25 homes a month. So 25 homes a month are being listed in an area where you're spending $2,000 a month, and that's all you're doing, nothing else, no community newspaper. Be better if you supplemented it with that. No HGTV, no EDDMs, just door hangers twice a month because it's so inexpensive, okay? So door hangers twice a month, and you're not putting them out, you're just paying for it. Here's what will happen. You may get some calls first month. You may get some calls second month. You probably will. And remember, each month, 25 people are putting their home on the market. But here's what will happen by third month. Hands down, just do this. You'll see, statistically, by the third month, where these people have been hit with your message 4 times in the previous 2 months, plus a 5th, plus a 6th in that third month, you will, at a minimum, you will get calls from 25% of the homeowners who list their homes before they list in that third month. So if 25 people are listing their homes in that third month, you're going to get 1/4 of 25 is 6 or 7. You're going to, at a minimum, get 6 or 7 calls from those home sellers. Now, let me ask you a question. If you get 6 or 7 calls from those home sellers and you're offering something like, a program like 990, how could you not get a listing on that? So let's say you list 5 of them, okay? 5 of them. Let's say you lose 1 or 2. I don't know how, but let's say you do. You lose 1 or 2, so you list 5 of those. And the agents I coach, most all of them have told me that they list virtually every home. Even when they weren't using 990, they were going out and they were converting a huge percentage of homes, and you probably are too. Your biggest problem is you're just not getting enough doors. You're not going on 3 or 4 listing appointments a week. That's your problem. You know that. So you list 5 homes, and you're spending $2,000 a month. You start by the third month listing 5 homes, and statistically, nationally, those homes, if you market them correctly, should produce at least 1 buyer side sale. Remember, the seller, 1/3 of those sellers are going to buy from you, so that's a lock right there. So on those 5 or 6 homes you list, you're probably going to have 1, probably 2 of those home sellers who will buy through you. And if you never got another buyer and never sold one yourself and made the 3%, odds are you're going to sell 2 of those home sellers a home. $300,000 is 9,000 times 2 is $18,000. Plus, you got the 5 homes with 990 on, call it $1,000 each on the list side. So what does that amount to? 18,000 plus 5 is $23,000. Right there, $23,000 in income if all you do is list those homes, collect 990 on the list side, and sell two of those 5 or 6 home sellers a home. I mean, that's it. I mean, how many agents are earning $23,000 a month? Not many. And that doesn't even count the fact that you're going to get calls from the sign, calls on the ads, buyers who will, 1 buyer out of 10 who will buy your listing from you unrepresented, so you'll make a sale there, and then other buyers who will like you and want to do business with you or your buyer team and buy other properties. I just wanted you to see that one simple example, nothing complex here, just using door hangers, an amazing program that people can't turn down, a compelling message they can't resist, and how you can earn $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 a month. And let's say you don't even want to do all that work. Fine, all you do is list the 5 or 6 homes a month and give the buyers, give the sellers who want to buy, give the buyers who come in, all these buyers to a buyer agent who's helping you, split commissions, and you're still going to earn half of that. You're going to earn the $5,000 on the list side, and let's say you're going to earn half of the $18,000, so you're going to earn $9,000. You earn $13,000, $14,000 just on the sellers who buy a home, and you don't even have to take them out and go show them homes. I mean, that's just from going out on 6 or 7 listing appointments and listing 5 homes. That's what should happen. I just want you to see the power of that. Okay, let me go back to the slide deck. I'm getting all like, you know, excited here. Okay, so we're back to the slide deck here. Okay, GPS tracked door hangers. All right, community events newsletters. If you have not heard my audio on community events newsletters and how these are unbelievably powerful, then email jen@realestatemaverics.com. This is one of the most powerful things I've ever done in real estate, one of the most powerful things I've ever taught. Build your brand, build your recognition, generates calls. It's very fun. It's very soft marketing. So Jen at Real Estate Mavericks, and she will send you an audio that I did on community events newsletters, compliments of me, compliments of Jen, compliments of Real Estate Mavericks. And landing page video. Okay, so this is one of the most powerful things that you can do. We do this for our agents. We do these landing page videos. So here's what I want to recommend to you. I use a service. You can use leadpages.net or Bounce. Now I have our web team. I have these done. I just pay for them and have them done for the agents I coach. But what you do is you put a video on a landing page. A landing page is like just a 1-page website that is super compelling, that explains your process, your home selling process. And the video that we use is very similar to the expired little thing that I played for you, only it's more generalized. Let me see if I just have it handy here. It's a more generalized 990 video. This is the landing page video. I'll just play it for you that we do for our agents. But you could take whatever your process, whatever your compelling message is, you could put it there. Let me just let me find that. And yeah, this is Chrome. So hold on a second. Go here. And so I need to. Just a second, this is my YouTube channel. I have like, oh yeah, that's the commercial. Well, whatever, I can always get back to those. So let me hold on a second. Let me go to video manager here. There's the TV commercial. There's the one I just played right there. I don't know. Yeah, you can see this. Wes Blackwell, you're amazing. And okay, so this is a landing page video. This, by the way, already this has only been out since January 1st. And as you can see down here, it has 3,800 views. Some of these rest I haven't released, but that one I released that to just show you the interest in this. But this is, all right, here we go.
There's a smarter way to.
So look at the difference in messaging here. This is the video we produce for our agents we coach. And look at how we will brand it to them at the end. What you do is you put up a landing page where you have this video, you have your branding, you have a compelling message above it, and that's where you drive people. The real takeaway here, and I'll play this for you, is you want to get away from the bigger, in terms of driving people to you, you want a simple 2-minute or so, 2.5 minute message that explains with logical transparency what you're doing. So, and without it being too big and too comprehensive, multi-page websites, or, like this ad, that I showed you with, that doesn't really say anything. So this, and then you drive everyone with your door hangers. This is the point, with your door hangers, with your EDDMs, with your community newspaper, community newspaper ad, you always have the URL of this landing page. Like for all of our agents, the agents I coach, it's 990 sells wherever they are. Like 990 sells, we have an agent that we just in Charleston. 990 sells Vero for Vero Beach, and that's Mike. So it's all these different areas where our agents are, and we reserve the URL, and then they use that and point it to the landing page that we help them, that we build for them, and put this video custom branded. And that way you're constantly on your business cards and all of your marketing. You have your phone number, of course, but you have a landing page that lead captures, and I can show you in another webinar how to do that, and that explains your program, and then has a download. Like the download we often use is the Save Your Sanity Moving Plan. For people who are interested in moving, they can download that, just put in their email, download that. It's an amazing plan on how to do a more efficient and cost-effective move from one home to another. So you have an interesting download that would appeal to people who are thinking about selling a home. So they go into your landing page and they see your video, and then they like it, hopefully, but any event, regardless of whether they call you from that or not, they'll download, many of them will download your free giveaway, what we call an ethical bribe. They're giving up their email. That's the ethical bribe. You're giving them something of huge value if they give you their email, and then you can put them in a drip system. I know you know how to do this, an autoresponder, where they receive emails from you periodically about your program and about how effective you are at selling homes. So this is what would be front and center on your landing page, the kind of video. Again, I'm using, this is a 991. Notice in this how this is different than the other one I played for you. The other one I played for you was directed right at home sellers. That is, I'm sorry, expired, people whose homes haven't sold. This one we produced is directed more generally just at people who are thinking about selling their home. So it's a more generalized one. And notice the why. I want you to listen to this and notice the why in here. We explain how we can do it. That's really important, how we can do this 990, because people want to understand that for it to be credible. So here goes. I'm going to play this.
There's a smarter way to sell your home. Introducing 990 Sells Homes. It's a way to sell your home with a leading realtor in your market for a flat fee of only $990. It's not just a way to sell, it's a way to sell faster and at a higher price. Why? Because 990 agents are among the most successful real estate agents in America, and they are affiliated with the most respected real estate firms in each market. It's a fact. 990 agents sell more homes at better prices than most other realtors. 990 agents do what 6% agents do, only better. You sacrifice nothing. You save a bundle. You see, 990 agents recognize that it's better to make a little on a lot of volume, creating happy home sellers who refer them to other home sellers for years to come. How does the 990 commission plan work? You pay a $990 flat fee list commission. That's it. Like other MLS sellers, you offer the typical 2.5% to 3% commission to buyer's agents. How much will you save with a 990 Sells Homes agent? Over $8,000 when selling a $300,000 home. Over $14,000 when selling a $500,000 home. How can our agents afford to sell your home for just $990? The answer is simple. Times have changed.
And this is the why I was talking to you about right here.
Used to advertise homes. With the development of real estate search sites like Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com, home buyers have access to every available home right on their computer. According to the National Association of Realtors, 98% of home buyers start their search online. So, by leveraging the internet, we can expose your home to potential buyers at a fraction of what it used to cost. That's why you should no longer have to pay any realtor 5 to 6% to sell your home. Leveraging modern technology, dedicated to cost efficiency, 990 is the smarter way to sell your home.
So right here then, we would drop in, this is our branding, but we drop in the agent's branding. and you would do the same. You would have your branding at the end. Okay, so let me go back, and I'm going to get our commercial up, because we're going to be showing the commercial here. So let me bring that up.
Selling your home is a great feeling.
Okay, so we're going to get into HGTV. We're getting, okay, so let me whip through the rest of this, you guys. So I hope you're seeing, so that landing page strategy, the reason I brought that up, let me go off the share here. So the reason I brought that up is because all this marketing, the EDD, you want it to pay off for you big time. And so the EDDMs, the door hangers, the community newsletter, the HGTV, the whole idea is you want to drive people, you want to have a phone number, but in today's world, a lot of people want to explore more before they make a call. And I want to say that again. Most people want to explore something a little more before they make a call. So make it easy for them to explore by having a video like that is on a landing page that has a URL that they can just go to, and in 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half, they can really understand what you do. It's so high credibility. And then, of course, they're going to be likely to make the call, but if not, have a download where you can capture their email and just continue to keep yourself in front of them. Okay, so let's get back to the slide deck, and we're going to finish up here with HGTV, because as always, I'm running longer. I just get excited and I can't help it. I'm running longer than I plan to do. So articles as ads, I'm just going to tell you that real quickly here. Let me show you. One of the things that I do that's very effective is, instead of running with my real estate firm, and I'm teaching my son Casey how to list and sell luxury homes. He's having a lot of success. He's only been doing this a couple months, and he's already has $4 or $5 million in listings, and 2 contracts, one that came in on one that was both like 97, 98% of list price. So just doing a really good job. But one of the things I'm showing him is how to actually write articles about a home and a seller's motivation, and to use seller motivation, seller urgency. You probably can't see this. I got to get off screen share for you to have any idea what this even looks like there. So like this is one where a story that captured my heart, and we wrote about a home that Casey has listed, and the home sellers and why they're selling, and their motivation, their urgency, why they price the home so amazingly. We use what's known as contrast price positioning, why this is such an amazing deal, some other contrast prices, and right in the air. But actually it's done as a story. And then on photographs, we just used two photographs. The idea with photographs, I think agents make a mistake in their advertising where they use too many photographs, and people actually look through a home and look at the photographs and come up with reasons not to see it. The ceilings are too low, the closet isn't big enough, the bedroom isn't right, whatever. I mean, to me, the idea of an ad is to simply generate an inquiry. So I would put best foot forward, use the absolute best photos, and that's what I was talking about is articles as ads. They're so much more powerful than just running with the herd. Again, just running with the herd and doing what everyone else does. So don't do that. You can't believe, your home sellers will love it too. In fact, our home sellers on this home, I mean, they got like 10 of these papers and just saved it, but so that's in my view, a much more effective way to advertise. Okay, so we are back here, and we've got to get to HGTV landing page video. I just did that for you. And sliver marketing, that's like marketing to expireds. I did that for you already. That's where you would market to a particular person that has a problem or a desire, and that video was customized to that. So that's what you want to do there. And then now HGTV to finish up the webinar. So here's the deal in a nutshell. HGTV, what I learned is, and this is for any TV shows, I'm just using HGTV because it's so effective. So here's the scoop here. I'm going to run you through these slides, then I'm going to go off screen, and then I'm going to come back on screen. So we are able to advertise on HGTV in an area in Phoenix, and I'm just going to use that as an example, where 300 homes are listed a month for an average price of $45 per commercial. Now that's in that's on the HGTV channel, and that is in prime time from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. and it's less if you advertise outside of prime time. Starting next Monday, we're running these every single night, and I'll show you the commercial. And the reason I bring this up is because in most, I'll just go through the thing. In most major markets, you don't have to buy the whole market. Like, for example, if you're in Atlanta, you probably can just buy cable ads that run into one little segment of the Atlanta market. They might have it segmented, the cable company in Atlanta, or in any big city. In Philadelphia probably has it segmented like they do here in most of the markets around the country we've checked into. That is the case, so that you can just market into the area that you service and do it inexpensively at $30 or $40 or $50, maybe a commercial. The commercials here run as low as like 25 or 30 bucks to actually less in some situations. And that isn't just HGTV. You can pick the shows, be on ESPN or CNN or various whatever. There's all kinds of things. We're just using HGTV because it's a better response. It's obviously people have their minds into homes. And so let me take you through a process for doing this. The first part is to check with your cable company and see what their rates are for advertising into the area you service, and see if they segment it, if you don't have to advertise like citywide, or if you're in a small city, whatever, it might not cost that much. Number two, you want to buy the smallest geographic area you can to start, and again, they have them segmented. And what you want to do is optimally, to get the best results, you want to alternate high intensity weeks. And what I mean by that is that you would advertise a lot maybe 1 week and nothing the next week, or a lot for 2 weeks and nothing for 2 weeks. And the idea is you'd use the commercial to not only generate business, but to build your credibility and build your brand. And so keep the message simple. And the idea is, think of this, even if you air it only once, your process, your program, whatever it is you're doing, and you can say as seen on HGTV, or as seen on ESPN, as seen on CNN, because you're doing it locally in your market. And so you can do that, and you can put that in your print advertising. Again, a big takeaway, so that you would have on your door hangers, you would have your URL landing page. So stay with me on this, guys. On your door hangers to promote your program, you're going to have your phone number. Obviously, you'll have your URL for the landing page, like in our agents we coach, like 990 South Charleston, and then that would explain that. And then under that, remember what I was talking about earlier, for credibility, it would be like as seen on HGTV, as seen on HGTV. So what I want to do, let me show you the commercial, and I want you to see how inexpensively you can produce a commercial. Let me go over here. I want you to see, this is a 30-second commercial. This is the one that will start on Monday. So there we go. So that should do it. There we go. Okay, so before I show you this commercial, you can do this. You can do this. I went into the studio, what is today? Wednesday. So I went to the studio Monday. This will start airing next Monday. I went to the studio Monday. Adrian, you're on. You were down there, and I spent maybe an hour or hour and a half on this commercial. I had it on teleprompter. So I had the verbiage on teleprompter. You don't have to memorize this. They'll have that right up in front of you where you're looking into the camera. I ran through it 4, 5, 6 times, to get a good rhythm, and you can kind of tell when you get it. You all have video studios in your markets that don't cost that much an hour, okay? Do not cost that much an hour. So you can go in and do this. Now, for our agents I coach, they can do it, or I'll do it for them. But the bottom line is you can do this. And I want you to see, if you got on screen and you were on HGTV in your market, how powerful you can do this. And this commercial, by the way, took about, as I say, an hour and a half, 2 hours of studio time, my time, few $100s in studio time. And then they edited probably for another hour or two. They did go out and they taped a couple of testimonials, so another hour or two. So you could do that or not. But I mean, the total video time, production time in this commercial is probably 4, 5, 6 hours that's all. And just price out the studios you have in your area per hour. You could cut that in half, by the way, because you'll see they edited in some different graphics and images and things. The point I'm making is you can produce a commercial like this. You can produce a commercial like this, and you can do this in a way that it's not going to cost you, it's not going to break the bank. And the credibility, just even running it occasionally, is off the chart. So here's what I produced for a budget that I'll bet every one of you could afford. So here we go.
Selling your home is a great feeling, but paying a huge percentage commission, that doesn't make anyone feel so great. And that's why I invented the 990 system for selling homes. Call us today and we'll sell your home with a full-service professional real estate agent for a commission of just $990.
I sold my house in 6 days with the 990 system.
I saved over $6,200.
Visit us today at 990sellshomes.com where you can save thousands selling your home.
Okay, so let me go off screen share. So let me give you some numbers here. And in terms of the TV, we could be, you can be, these are, I just want to give you before we finish up today, I wanted you to, our HGTV spots run from $35 to $53, and that's from 7 to 10 p.m. And that's hitting a market where 300 homes are listed a month. 300 homes are listed a month. And for CNN, it's only we can be as low as $8 a spot. For ESPN, depending on what they have running, we can be from $32 to $71 a spot. Food Network is $14 to $21 a spot. Fox News is $17 to $48 a spot. And I want you to, on HGTV, I've got some other statistic for you. We are basically it's 24 cents an impression. Let's just cut to it. We're paying about on average 24 cents an impression. So it's to hit 1,000 people. Okay, so to hit 1,000 people, what is that? $240. So with your message, to hit 1,000 people in your demographic, you're paying $240. I mean, based on what we're paying here, and you can probably do something similar. I mean, geez, guys, for the credibility, combine that with door hanging. Just think about this: the 9 to 10 cents per automatic door hanger, and then you're also showing as on HGTV, and you have a small budget where you're hitting that demographic. Maybe 3 days twice a month. You're hitting it hard 3 or 4 days in a row, and then you're off, and then 3 or 4 days in a row later on in the month. And as HGTV, how do you not list every home? I mean, come on. How does that not ROI? I want to just finish the webinar by running through that again, and then I'll finish it up with a couple of cool slides. I mean, if you just do that, if you have a good program, a gap in the herd program, one that people say, wow, and you have a compelling message that accompanies that program, and you do what I'm just saying, and with a budget that, I mean, a really very reasonable budget I'm talking about, there isn't one of you, and I just want you to know this. I mean, I'll say it a different way. When I was young, before I had earned, and this is, how many of you are on? Okay, you're all still on. Finish with this. When I was young, before I had earned $100,000, I thought I would die and go to heaven if I earned $100,000 a year. I thought that would be like amazing. Then once I earned $100,000 a year, it was like, okay, if I ever earn less than $100,000, I'm going to shoot myself. Then when I earned my first quarter, my next goal was, can I ever earn $250,000 a year? When I earned $250,000 a year, that became like the platform, the same thing, the minimum. I would like shoot myself if I ever earned less. And the same at $500,000, the same at $1 million a year, and so on and so forth. And the truth is, I believe that one of the biggest problems real estate agents have is they don't believe. They don't believe they can do this. They don't believe, you know, they hear these numbers and they just say to themselves, oh, I can't. It sounds right. It sounds like people would call. I think I could list the properties. I can afford that budget. But really, $200,000, $250,000 in a year? I mean, no, I don't think deep in their heart they really believe that. I'm telling you, you can. So I'll leave it at that. I'm just saying you can. And you can earn a lot more than that too if you scale it. So let me go back and finish up the webinar. And thanks all you guys for hanging in. And I'll be glad to take any questions you have. I'll turn the recorder off here, but let me pop over to the slides. We're going to finish it up. And so we're going to go here and we're going to do that. And so if you're interested in how to earn $300,000 a year and you'd like some help doing it, then you can go to realestatemaverick.com and download my brochure. It actually lays out this whole program and how it works. And number two, if you'd like some links, you know, we give everything so freely. We are here to help all of you, even if you're not in the coaching. I think you know that. If you'd like links to audios, videos, you have questions, that type of thing, just email Jen, the overworked Jen at realestatemaverick.com. And we're glad to provide you. We have 100 and what do we have, Jen? 150 audios on about every possible subject in the world, all kinds of edgy, cool stuff. And so by all means, you know, we're happy to do that for you. Download our strategy brochure, as I just mentioned to you at that. And this is the coolest quote. My partners in my local real estate firm, Kristen and Bud Gregg, Kristen heard this on the radio the other morning, and then Adrian, who I mentioned earlier, heard it as well. And I think this is just one of the coolest quotes for Mavericks. Hustle until haters ask you if you're hiring. Is there a Maverick in you? Guys, you are amazing. Thanks for tuning in to this webinar. I am going to stop the recording by saying, as I always do to finish up, is there a Maverick in you?